Hey everyone, it's Austin and welcome back to the channel. It's day 284 on my journey to 2000 where I'll be uploading a video every day until I make it there. So subscribe. You're gonna love it. Let's get into the 10-minute pool. Alright, after last game's loss and a win, we're at 1843 after yesterday's new record puzzle rush. We're excited to get into today's game. We got the Alpine Sicilian. Expecting d4, c takes d, knight c6, knight f3, and then of course d6. It's possible to play bishop c4 here, in which case we play bishop c6, or oh my god, knight b6. But now I'm expecting bishop c4, in which case we take on e5. And the queen defends the knight. Now, after pawn takes, technically the move in my notes is knight d b4. But I've gotten some pretty uncomfortable positions in that resulting position. So this is technically a move that I have looked at. Oh, actually, I think I have to play e6 here. Wait, is there some nuance? I don't remember. Because if I go here, he just takes. That doesn't seem very good. If I play e6... that makes a bit more sense. No, this is sketchy. e6, bishop d2. That's already kind of sketch. I think it's e6, and then bishop d2, we play queen a5. Bishop takes, we can take with the queen. Queen takes, knight takes, castles, and, oh, okay. He just doesn't do any of that. Yeah, no worries, bud. It's kind of funny, actually. So this seems like a decent idea, to be honest. Couple moves seem decent to me here. Here, takes. Here, takes, hits the pawn. But he's like way ahead in development. Technically have... no, I don't have this check. That just hangs a piece. Bishop's moved backwards. Somehow I always end up getting bad positions in this knight d b4 line, but it's supposed to be really good for black. I don't know. I wouldn't say that this is a bad position, but it just definitely doesn't seem right. Play this. No, I think he has to take here. Yeah. So, question is, what do we play in response? think we have to play knight takes, man. If we play bishop takes, or knight pawn takes, and then bishop d2, we don't really have time to do anything besides play queen b6, because if we go like queen a6 to try to prevent castling, he just plays a3. But a3 actually doesn't come with a threat, right? Bishop takes. You're never actually threatening to take. Okay, let's do this. I just talked myself into it. I just talked myself into it. That check doesn't do anything yet. Kind of thinking about rook b8 to threaten that check. So if I go here, bishop takes check, he takes, he's like supremely busted in that position. But here I'm also threatening this check. Queen takes here. Maybe it's not actually as much of a threat as I want it to be. Seems like a good move, potentially, though. Go here. He just can't castle, and it's extremely uncomfortable. Like, I might be like c5, c4, maybe? I don't know. Maybe even this move. Threatening some dirt nasty things against his king. If he ever moves his knight, this hangs. No way. He just hangs his queen? That was like the whole idea of me putting that there, bro. Yeah, he resigns. Alright. See, when you put pressure on these... Yeah, it was a 1950. That guy was no joke. Put pressure on these players and they can fold. So e6 was correct, but queen a5 now is just not correct. And it's much better for black. I found the right move. This was a slightly worse, but now obviously it's -9. Okay, let's go full screen and let's review the notes. Alapin. Here, e6. We looked at a3. What we didn't look at was what he did, which was bishop b5. Bishop b5, and it looks like the right move after 10 bishop b5, queen a5 is incorrect. 10 bishop b5, queen d5. Queen d5. What if he takes? It wants e takes, and we just have a larger claim in the center. Our bishops are active. Castles. Knight c2. Wins the rook. That's a little bit greedy, don't we think? It's not actually stopping a lot of my ideas, which is cool. So that's why that's not the best move. The best move is queen a4. what the hell is the best move? Knight a3, defending, and then it's bishop d7, castles, queen takes b3, a takes b3, and here we just have an interesting game, a6, saying hoop or get off the pot, bishop e2, bishop c4, yada yada. Long castles, we play an endgame. Whatever the line ends up being. The point is, though, bishop e5 or bishop b5 is a perfectly reasonable move, and next time I'll know to play queen d5. Trying to remove the defender of c2 is the general idea of that. But what I've reviewed after queen b3, e6 is, and that's how I knew not to move my knight, is here you can play knight a5, but what about queen a5 there? Like, what if here knight a5 is best? If we play queen a5, he just plays knight c3. Knight takes knight d. Now it says knight d5. Just moving out of the way, but yeah. So here we have to know knight a5. Okay, fair enough. This is good, reviewing things. a3, knight a5. This looks good. Now we block. If you do this, then it's check, and we pick this up. We have the rook coming to c8, and we're just crushing. If check, this is in my notes, but I think that next time I think I may just consider playing g6 sooner. Can play that already. If here takes, I see this move a lot, and here I think the best move is just g6. Let's review that real quick. Yeah, g6 is coming up on top. So let's actually log that into our notes here. Yeah, g6. Good. Some additional information. If after knight a5 they play queen a4 check, bishop d7 obviously comes with tempo, and now it's just is a transposition to the other position. I have queen c3 here with no follow-up in my notes, which is a little bit peculiar. Anyway, if they take this with check, then we're just doing this. If they take here, then we take their queen. So we're just good vibrations in that position. Okay, that's good. It's good to review those lines after every game, so that way, you know, we can feel more comfy. I was saying during the game that queen b5 was just a good idea. Just threatening mate. It's like, what do you do? King d1. Man, if you already have to play king d1. Here, I'm just taking this with check. Actually wants this first. Knight d3 check. Dude, if you come up to e2, you're just so roasted. You're just already, like, so lost in this position. It's like -7. Engine doesn't even realize how strong... Oh! Engine doesn't even realize how strong it is after this. It's... Because here on the side it's saying minus... You guys can't... Well, oh yeah, I am full screen. See how it's saying, like... If you go here, it's -5. But then the second that you make the knight d4 is the best move, it's saying -8. Like, it's just so good for black. But yeah, you know, this was the whole idea. Put the rook there, mess him up. And we did. We messed him up. And he just resigned. I mean, like, what do you even do? If you go here, I'm going to take this with check first because I'm greedy. And this just says miss. because my queen's hanging. And here we actually lose the game. So that's what I would probably do. I would probably lose the game in that position. I'm just kidding. I'd probably think about it for a second instead of just instinctually playing a move. But regardless, that was a pretty strong win. We beat a 1950 there, so we'll wait for it. If you made it this far in the video, thank you very much. I appreciate it as always. Thank you for your support, and I'll see you tomorrow.